After thousands of entries and weeks of featuring their heartfelt and truly inspiring stories, it was hard choosing just one winner. But now, listen to the story of Linda Dolezan and her newborn son, Ryan, mother and son, taking on the fight of their lives against cancer and leukemia together.
Ryan was born on June 6, 2005 with Down syndrome, a complete AV canal heart defect, and a blood disorder.
After weeks in the neonatal unit, newborn Ryan Dolezan got to come home for the first time. But things soon turned for the worse, not just for baby Ryan, but for his mother, Linda, too.
On the 25th of October, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Just as Linda was about to undergo a double mastectomy, she learned her son had leukemia.
I had people pushing me forward saying, "Don't give up, Ryan needs you."
With the support of friends and family, mother and son would struggle through surgeries, chemotherapy, and recovery together.
One thing that I've learned by going through this, no matter how tough the challenges are that you face, to never give up hope.
Nearly 2 years later, both mother and son are doing well.
Today, we're both doing great. It was a tough thing, but we got through it.
With the support of their family and their friends, Linda Dolezan and Ryan made it through, and they are with us tonight. Linda, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Along with Linda, her family is joining us. Leonard, her husband, Jenna, her daughter 8. Ryan will be 3 next month. Linda, what did you first think when you found out you were pregnant with Ryan?
When I first found out I was pregnant with Ryan, I was thrilled to death. I'd always dreamed of having 2 children, and that was my second child.
When did you first realize that he was sick?
When he was born. The very day he was born, we were told he had Down syndrome and a lot of the other things that come with Down syndrome, a heart defect and a blood disorder.
We're taking a look at him right now, and he is just absolutely beautiful. He is gorgeous. You are taking a look at little Ryan. He will be 3 next month. Here he is. When you first realized that he was Down syndrome, what did you think immediately?
I was frightened. I was fearful of the unknown.
What exactly?
I remember growing up, kids with Down syndrome weren't treated as nicely by, our peers. And it scared me for his future, what he would have to face, and how could I protect him from the teasing and the taunting and those types of things.
And when, during all of this, did you learn that you had breast cancer?
About 4 months after he was born.
So you're battling, trying to keep him well, trying to prepare yourself for what's to come, raising a child with Down syndrome, and you learn you have breast cancer. How did that come about? Did you find out you had a lump in your breast? Did you go for a routine mammogram? What happened?
I actually found the lump in my breast 19 months before it was diagnosed. And the lump continued to grow through my pregnancy. They couldn't find anything in the diagnostic tests. And after my pregnancy, with Ryan being so sick, I didn't have time to pursue it. So when things calmed down a little bit, I went and got the mammogram and moved forward with some of the diagnostic testing, and that's when it was discovered to be cancer.
Joining us tonight also Dr. Marty McCary. He is a physician and professor of public health at Johns Hopkins. Doctor, when a woman has breast cancer and goes through a pregnancy and a delivery, does that affect the growth of the cancer?
Absolutely. In fact, most all chemotherapy needs to be postponed until after the delivery, so it's a difficult thing to manage, the 2 things going on at once.
Explain that. Why do you have to put off chemotherapy? What would it do to the baby, the unborn baby?
Chemotherapy selectively targets actively growing cells. That's what cancer cells are. That's also what an embryo or what a baby in pregnancy is. It's a child that's growing with rapidly growing cells. Chemotherapy will target it and can poison any child.
My other question, Dr. McCary, is with the hormones that are coursing through your body during pregnancy, don't they add to the rapid growth of breast cancer?
Absolutely. We know that about 60 to 70% of breast cancers have receptors for estrogen and progesterone, hormones that we know go up in pregnancy, so that can exacerbate or help develop a breast cancer.
So during this time, doctor, I don't understand how she can have a cancerous and malignant lump in her breast and nobody catches it.
Well, it's a struggle nationwide, Nancy. Now, 13% of Americans at this time will have breast cancer at some point in their lifetime. Detection is the key, and it's a good thing that it was detected early because, as Linda shared with us earlier, publicly it is a lobular carcinoma, and that is a type of cancer that can be very aggressive and is often treated with both breasts being removed.
Tonight with us is Linda Dolezan. She is the winner of our Extraordinary Parent Contest. She gives birth to a beautiful baby boy, Ryan. Discovers upon his birth that he is Down syndrome. Then, her next battle, she learns she has breast cancer. That during the pregnancy, carrying baby Ryan, she develops a growing malignant tumor. And that's not all. That's not all that Linda has battled. When did you find out about the leukemia?
I found out about Ryan's leukemia on my 39th birthday, which was the day, actually it was the day before my 39th birthday. I was preparing to go in for my double mastectomy, and we took Ryan in for some preoperative blood work because he was going to be having open heart surgery.
Now, when you told us that he was Down syndrome, there was also the issue of the heart defect.
Yes, that's a very common thing in kids with Down syndrome, that they have various types of heart defects.
So you actually battled cancer. You're a new mom again. We see your little girl there with you now, who is 8, Jenna. You're a new mom again. You're battling getting over breast cancer, battling it. You are now fighting alongside with him as he fights leukemia. Tell me about one of your days.
Nancy, one of my days would consist of getting up in the morning. I mean, my days consisted of getting through it, getting through whether it be treatment, whether it be side effects of the treatment, driving Ryan to Chicago for treatment, driving him back the next week because he had a fever. There was no day that was the same, really. It was all day by day and take it as it comes.
I'm just trying to imagine what one day in the life of Linda Dolezan would be like. She's a new mom all over again. She finds out her baby is Down syndrome and is constantly worried about what his future may hold. She learns she is battling breast cancer. He has heart surgery, and then she learns her little baby boy is battling leukemia. Tell me about the treatments. How difficult were they for you and for him?
The treatments were very difficult. My treatments were done in South Bend, Indiana, and Ryan's were done in Chicago, Illinois, which is about a 2-hour drive. And my oncologist was very good about scheduling my treatment, was flexible enough that I could be with Ryan during his treatment. I was nauseated. I could just walk into the chemo room and get sick to my stomach. And that made it very hard to be around Ryan when he was getting treatment because I could smell the medicine.
Linda, when I'm hearing your story, it's just hard for those of us who have not lived what you have lived through, what you have battled, and what you have been victorious over so far. It's hard for us to take it in, but I'm looking at you. You're absolutely gorgeous. You have a smile that lights up her room. And look at your little girl. Look how beautiful she is and what a strong lady she is going to grow up to be because of you. And I've also learned that you are now starting a battle against ovarian cancer. How do you get through it? Tell me, where do you find the strength to just keep fighting?
I don't know. When I look at this little girl, when I look at my son, when I look at my husband, that gives me the strength to keep fighting. And I know I'm going to beat it again. I know I will. And I don't have a choice.
No, you know what, Linda? You really don't. Because you've got this beautiful little girl that needs you and this beautiful little boy that needs you so very much, and your husband.
Yeah.
Just tell me, you know, I'm a brand new mother and I feel that I've got a lot to learn. Give me your words of wisdom.
The only thing I can think is that you never give up hope. No matter what you face, no matter, you know, when it seems like the hardest day of your life, you know that day will bring a new day, and you'll get through it. And your babies are just beautiful.
And you know another thing, Linda, I was thinking, I remember seeing my mom up at 6 o'clock in the morning and coming home from work, getting home at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and cooking dinner and trying to help us with our 4-H projects, and just being so strong and so positive. And I can only imagine the life lessons and the strength that you are teaching to your children right now. And I just want, from our whole staff, Linda, I want to tell you how much you have inspired all of us. And we had so many entries, but you are one of the strongest and bravest people I have ever met. And I hope and pray that I can be half the mother that you are.
I'm sure you will be. Thank you, Nancy. That means so much coming from you.
Thank you. And Linda, God bless you and your wonderful family. Our extraordinary parent, Linda Dolezan.
Thank you.
Thousands of singles join eHarmony every day, and it's absolutely free to get